And to the people who really do believe that God's chosen people rape, murder, destroy, pillage, lie, deceive, blackmail, Jeffrey Epstein, all of our politicians, buy, purchase, threaten, manipulate, goodness, you may really want to crack open a Bible if you think that those are the signs of God's chosen people. Yeah, no, it shouldn't take you a theology course. Just take a little bit of common sense to tell you that no, that is not what God's chosen people do.
Do you swear on the Constitution of the United States to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Ain't no thing.
Berean Scholar. Berean Scholar. Waking up the people of the Most High. Got the knowledge to destroy the lies. DNA history, open eyes. Walk into the darkness and turn on the lights.
Warning, the following video are for commentary purposes only. Fair use.
Israel's ongoing assault of Gaza has led to a radical transformation of views when it comes to Israel and Palestinians. Harry Anton of CNN has shocking poll numbers.
Who Democrats sympathize more with, Israelis or Palestinians? In 2017, the Democratic Party was a pro-Israeli party. Look at this. They sympathized with the Israelis by 13 points, more with the Israelis than the Palestinians. But look at this sea change. Now Democrats sympathize more with the Palestinians by 43 points. Oh my God, that is a change in the margin of 56 points over the course of just 8 years. So all of a sudden, it's the pro-Palestinian position that actually reigns supreme in democratic politics, not the Israeli position. So take a look here. Who age 18 to 49 Democrats sympathize more with, the Israelis or the Palestinians? Again, in 2017, younger Democrats sympathize more with the Israelis by 14 points. Look at this shift now. Palestinians, they sympathize more with the Palestinians by 57 points. That is an over 70-point shift in the margin in just a matter of 8 years. I rarely ever see shifts like this, Kate, in which you see one side of the equation leading by 14 points 8 years ago, and then all of a sudden the other side of the equation leading by 57 points. The bottom line is the politics around the Israelis and the Palestinians have shifted tremendously among Democrats, and they've shifted specifically tremendously among Democrats who are under the age of 50. They have just shifted more so than I think that anyone could possibly have imagined, say, 8 years ago.
So it's just a really strange thing to say that evangelicals are like, I stand with Israel unequivocally. It's like, guys, they're sinful people.
Well, what comes on the end of that typically is this next statement, which is because they're God's people.
Yes. And you hear things like that, and it just goes to show precisely what you landed on. Unequivocal support because they are God's chosen people.
It's a theological commitment.
That's right.
Exactly right.
And so we need to ask the question. And so let's go to the Bible itself to ask the question, does the Bible give to us this idea that the modern evangelical has today in the West about the state of Israel today, the people in the land of Israel today? Does it give us the idea that we have been raised with in evangelicalism? And I want to say, no. No.
No. No.
Didn't see that coming.
Growing up in Sunday school, I was taught from the Bible, those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed. And from my perspective, I want to be on the blessing side of things.
Of those who bless the government of Israel?
Those who bless Israel is what it says. It doesn't say the government of, it says the nation of Israel. So that's in the Bible. As a Christian, I believe that.
Where is that?
I can find it to you. I don't have the scripture off the tip of my... You pull out the phone and use the Google.
It's in Genesis. So you're quoting a Bible phrase. You don't have context for it and you don't know where in the Bible it is, but that's like your theology? I'm confused. What does that even mean?
Tucker.
I'm a Christian. I want to know what you're talking about.
Okay. Where does my support for Israel come from? Number one, because biblically we're commanded to support Israel. But number two...
Hold on.
I'm not holding on.
Hold on. You're a senator, and now you're throwing out theology, and I am a Christian, and I am allowed to weigh in on this. We are commanded as Christians to support the government of Israel?
We are commanded to support Israel. And we're
What does that mean, Israel?
We're told those who bless Israel will be blessed.
But what... Hold on. Define Israel. This is important. Are you kidding? This is a majority Christian country.
Define Israel? Do you not know what Israel is? That would be the country you've asked like 49 questions about.
So that's what Genesis, that's what God is talking about.
The nation of Israel, yes.
And so is that the current borders, the current leadership? He's talking about the political entity called Israel?
He's talking about the nation of Israel. Yeah, nations exist, and he's discussing a nation. A nation was the people of Israel.
Is the nation
They're the
God's
descendants of
referring
Abraham.
to in Genesis, is that the same as the country run by Benjamin Netanyahu right
yes.
now?
The state of Israel today, the people in the land of Israel today, does it give us the idea that we have been raised with in evangelicalism? And I want to say, no. No. And so
I'm trying to connect this to a broader point that, oh, this is why we're losing, because we've got to debunk lies more quickly. No, that's not why you're losing. You're losing because you're up against the truth, okay? The problem that Zionists are having, the broader issue that you guys are having, is that you are defending evil. You are behaving like psychopaths, and it's caught up. Like, you're going around demanding people lose their jobs. You are pretending that people are not starving in Gaza. You are outright mocking at points, Zionists like Randy Fine in Congress, images of children that are starving, saying that they deserve that. And you can only behave like a sadistic, psychopathic, murderous individual for so long before the world takes notice. I think, again, this is just the way I'm reading the situation, but I think the world has taken notice that there's something fundamentally wrong with Zionism because it requires so many lies, so much hideous reinterpretation. The media that you've had the support of the Western media, certainly in America, the Zionist enterprise, writing all of these articles, ignoring the deaths, ignoring what's happening in Gaza, until this very point where it's gotten so bad they can't ignore it anymore. And you go, I don't understand why people don't like Israel. I don't understand why people are hating Israel. This is why. You guys have gone full mask down for the last 2 years.
There's America, and then there's America. And America is a very different place. And America is a place where Israel is number one. Israel is the Holy Land. It is the land of Jesus. There's a literal interpretation of the Bible. And the Orthodox Christians in this country believe that in order for a second coming to happen, the Israelis, the Jews, need to be controlling that area. We can call it Israel, we can call it Palestine, whatever you want to go, Zion, whatever you want to call it. The Orthodox Christians in this country believe that you need to have Jews controlling that area. And so they're turning a blind eye to a lot of the stuff that's going on.
This is a really big news with huge consequences.
Well, it looks like the honeymoon stage is over because American Christians are being told that they are not welcomed in Israel anymore.
Yep, they just threw that down. And they've picked up chunks and are smashing the cross. This is again on the 1st at 3:25 now. Now they're moving slightly off camera, doing the same thing to the ones right of the camera. Our footage just doesn't reach over that far.
Years. And it takes a special kind of sadistic, murderous mind to continually defend this and go, but what about October 7th? You're behaving like psychopaths, truly like psychopaths. You're just not aware of yourself. And it's just not normal. These headlines are just not normal. And we can go over some of these right now. I mean, you now have the patriarchs and the heads of the churches in Jerusalem who are issuing statements about what's happening. The settlers, the absolute gremlins and goblins who go in and are taking over territory. Nope, not paying for it, not by just taking over people's territory, burning their crops, killing their animals, killing their livestock to make it so that it's unlivable. And just going, we're going to take it, it's ours. Gremlins, goblins, literally, that's what you are. You see these people, they are just the most despicable, debased individuals you could ever imagine. And to do this under the context of Holy Land, like we are chosen by whom? Satan? That's the only thing that makes sense. You have to be chosen by Satan to be doing what you're doing. And then to look at us and go, we're the victims. We're the victim. Didn't you see what happened October 7th when, like, you know, conveniently Netanyahu ignored everything that was happening at the border as if he knew it was going to happen? And yeah, conveniently we killed a lot of our own people, but then we just went to the press and said, oh my gosh, look what happened to us. It's just like the Holocaust. And then we just like committed a Holocaust. Yeah. More headlines. Baby dies following a cesarean delivery after a mother is killed in an Israeli airstrike. Yes, it's about a newborn baby who died. They tried to rescue his baby via cesarean, and now that baby has died. And you guys look at us and you go, why aren't you supporting Israel? I would literally rather saw off my own foot than support Israel ever again, by the way. Never supporting that demonic nation ever again. That's like, I am so off that train. It's crazy. I've learned way too much.
You didn't see that coming?
Judaism being Jewish is not an ethnicity. Being Jewish is not a culture. Being Jewish is not even a blood family. You can convert to Judaism. You can't convert to a blood family. You cannot convert to a race. Judaism is a religion. That's all it is. You can convert to Judaism. You can't convert to a blood family. You cannot convert to a race. Judaism is a religion. That's all it is.
We got some truth out. Finally, people are going to know some truths.
You know what Christians and the Jewish people have in common? And it's not all of them. It's the Zionists, because yes, there's Zionist Christians too. It's not just Jewish people. They all hide behind religion, so all their followers believe they're good people. And this goes for Israel, America, because none of you are real Jewish people and real Christians. You're just hiding behind religion. Because the Zionists is a political movement that was made in the 1800s. And they used the religion to manipulate the masses, which here we are today. And it's funny how these white Jewish people are saying they're the chosen people. No, the you're not. You know who the chosen people are? The black community. They're the actual Jews. I mean, what's get into reality of it all, because Israel and America are literally the same thing, because it's just full of white assholes who hide behind religion. Because the things that Israel is doing is literally what the British, the Europeans did to America, where the Hispanics in the black community brought these people in with open arms to help them, and then what happens? You all turned on them, and now you want to play victim when people fight back. That's what a lot of white people do, is they play victim when people fight back. I mean, look at Israel. They're crying for America's help because they are the bullies, and now their people are fighting back, and now they want America's soldiers to help them. They've been wanting America's help since the 1940s, and America's been helping them. That's why I find it hilarious when militaries always say, "Well, I'm protecting my people." You're protecting Israel. You've been protecting them since the 40s. You've been helping them colonize Gaza. I mean, if you go look at videos of Gaza getting destroyed by Israel, you can see his white smiling, happy. They don't give a fuck about these people. It's racism. It's literally what it is. It's literally racism and white colonizing.
Let me just
reveal some things. First of all, is that the Jews who were brought in Israel, most of them are white. Not most of them, almost all of them are white, including me. I was brought in Israel from a country which is called Bulgaria. It's a European country, and I can tell you that in every European country there are Jews, and there is so-called organization Jewish Agency, which is trying to take those Jews to Israel. If you track this organization, you can find out that this is not an Israeli organization. This is an American organization. Jewish Agency is an American organization which has the exclusive right to decide who is Jewish and who is not on this planet, and who to be taken to Israel and who's not. Now, if you do research, you will find out that in Africa, in Black Africa, they're looking for Jews only in Ethiopia. They bring Jews only from Ethiopia. And I can tell you by knowing a lot of people, Ethiopian Jews here in Israel, that they're treated very badly, very badly. And many of them commit suicide because they cannot take it. So they come from some place, Ethiopia, they don't have much there, but they live decent life. And when they come here and try to be humiliated and so on, some of them cannot even take it. Now, what I'm trying to say is that why from each white country this Jewish agency is trying to bring Jews, and when it's about Black Africa, they're going to Ethiopia, and this is where they stop. The only one place. Now, because of the same thing, they're trying to do the white supremacy here. They try to bring white guys here and to take the supremacy over Arabs, which are the local citizens, and over blacks, which are so far they're only the Ethiopian Jews. Now, what I'm trying also to say is that another question is why America needs Israel. In Israel there is no oil like in other Middle Eastern countries. There's nothing they can be attracted to. But why do they do all these things? Why do they invest money, bring white people and so on, when they build their system of white supremacy, just like in America they build in Israel? Why? And I can tell you why. Because the true Jews, according to the Bible, you can check it in the Bible, you can read Job 30:30 and some other places, they have never been white. They have been people of color. And they have not stopped in Ethiopia. They were in Ethiopia, Sudan, and they have settled in West Africa. From West Africa, they have been taken as slaves to America. Brothers and sisters, blacks of America, it's you. You are the true Hebrews. You are the true Hebrews from the Bible. America gonna do everything, gonna invest as much money as it has, gonna fight as much wars as they can, gonna invite as much weapons as they can just to hide this away from you. Gonna take Israel, gonna bring white people here and to tell you these are the Jews, gonna kill you, gonna kill Arabs, gonna mistreat white people like this guy, just to tell you this lie that you are nobody and we are the Jews with all the history and so on. It has been deleted, your history. You don't know who you are. Don't forget about it. This is why America has been taking your history away, never to find out that it's all about you. I'm telling you this, please. I don't ask you to come to Israel and to start a revolution. I'm just asking you to start thinking this way, to believe me a little bit, because I'm living in Israel and I'm part of this injustice. I really believe that people like me and you, we can bring the justice back. Thank you.
They begin to realize that their prophets were black, dark-skinned, not the image that Hollywood wanted to market, not the image that they forced upon nations around the world, that your Lord is of a superior color and this color is superior and you are inferior and you're of a second nature, second class. As a result of your second class, your resources belong to us. And they went around and pillaged the resources of people. You're of a lesser creation.
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. A huge community in Africa that they know in tradition that they are Hebrews, that they are from child of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. They know it for sure. You have communities that are running services and prayers by the halakha, keeping Shabbat and eating kosher. They know their roots. Like, you can't argue with them. They're stronger than you. They will tell you who they are. They don't ask you even. And they have the Bible and it's all written over there, and they don't have no problems in life. Except of that we're not able to accept them, to recognize the godliness of the holy tribes that is treasured inside them, their souls. And
what I know and what I was told was that the Hebrews will once again rule the world with their God that is called Asem. So I know definitely that Ghana will once again rule the world. When I say Ghana will once again rule the world, people will ask, when did Ghana rule the world before? That I'm saying once again. Actually, I'm not saying Ghana per se, but the people in Ghana are the same people who were in Mesopotamia and are the same people who also were in Egypt once upon a time, and then they were the same people in what was called Israel. So this prophecy goes for the people of Israel and their God coming to rule the world. This prophecy was written in the Bible in Isaiah chapter 11. When we go there, we will see how the whole thing will come to pass. And people are thinking, when we talk about ruling, we first of all foremost think about economy. When the economy is very good, then we have hope that we are going to rule the world. But let me tell you, the ghost doesn't care about what is economy. All they care is the power and the authority that they possess. So whatever they say and whatever human being thinks is quite different from their saying and human beings thinking. You see? Anything they do is actually beyond our thinking. That is why we call it miracle. And this time I'm not talking about miracle, I'm talking about facts that is going to happen. You know, even the white world, if they will come out truly. And when I talk about the white world, I mean America, Britain, Germany, Italy, and other places like that. They all know this secret that I'm talking about. That a day will come a day will come, the Hebrews will rule the world. Not the Jews. The Hebrews. I'm not talking about Jews. I'm talking about Hebrews. Yes, and people will ask, why am I saying so? Yes, because there's big difference between a Hebrew and a Jew. Yes, I've once explained that. So, the Hebrew God will once again cause his people to rule the world, and that will bring mutual peace and understanding on this planet Earth.
So I just want to start off by saying that I feel really weird doing this video, but I have to because last night God came to me and it's a lot, and I remembered it's like I remembered everything as God was explaining this to me. So God explained to me that black people are the chosen people.
You cannot tell me that black people ain't God's chosen people.
So in 2007, when my mom, me and my siblings escaped the cult we were in because my mom found out my dad had been cheating on her for many, many years. We had to move in with my grandma. We were kind of poor. We had nothing. My mom became a single mom and working a minimum wage job trying to provide for us after my dad basically abandoned us. My dad's family and their whole church congregation of white people did not help us in any way and abused and harassed us constantly and harassed my mom to forgive my dad and get back with him. My mom became friends with this wonderful black woman at her job. One night she takes my mom, I'm crying just telling this. She takes my mom to the grocery store and she gets 2 baskets and tells her to fill them up. It's so funny too because my mom did not want her to do that. She was like, "You're not going to argue with me." She bought us 2 carts worth of groceries. She impacted my life in such a huge way and how I saw the world after exiting the cult we were in.
I don't mean to say this like to be disrespectful, and maybe this is, some people are going to think this sounds dumb, but I feel like there's a deeper reason why, you know, people of color and specifically the black community have been relentlessly persecuted. Like, I mean, just the things that happened during slavery alone, like, were insane. But I don't know, the more I learn about Black history and the ways that, you know, people who literally worked in the government, like the CIA, all these different people in power were trying to ruin the Black community. And it makes me think, dude, I feel like, is there something more going on here than just racism? Because it's like, come on, you're telling me you're doing all of this stuff just because you don't like someone's skin color? I feel like, what if, I have this theory that, like, what if Black people have some type of superpower? Like, what if they have, I don't know, if they're just born with something very valuable that we don't really know about, but maybe, you know, like I said, these people, these rich people and these people in power, maybe they figured it out a long time ago, and maybe that's why they were like, oh, we have to, like, get rid of them, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I feel like maybe they have something special that we are not taught about that is linked to them being people of color, you know? And I've seen some Black creators come on here and try to explain how special it is to have melanin in your skin and how it has all these different properties. But I don't know. I just feel like I have this theory that this goes so much deeper than maybe a lot of us realize, because I'm sorry, but I don't think you're going to go out of your way for all these hundreds and hundreds of years to try to ruin one group of people over something as silly as, oh, their skin is a different color. Like, I feel like there's something that we don't know. I'm telling you, there's something special about them that they don't want us to know. Okay, this is just something that I've been thinking about recently, and I'm like, maybe if there are some Black creators that maybe they already made a video and I just didn't see it, I don't know, but like, I don't know, maybe this sounds dumb. Or maybe this is like, yeah, no, Sherlock, but, you know, it's just something I was thinking about.
Something came to us earlier about who we were, and that we were direct descendants. My family is direct descendants from Harriet Tubman, and she's from the same area that this tribe is visiting Philadelphia is from. And so we had to come and worship with you guys today. And we're super excited. It's just a thrill right now to be a part of this whole celebration.
And so, brother and sister, what was Harriet Tubman's name before she changed her name to Harriet? And what significance does that have to us as Hebrews?
Her name was, before she changed her name after she ran away, her name was Araminta Ross. And Araminta is a Hebrew name. Her family knew that they were from the Ashanti tribe, and which is now part of Ghana, and that they were Hebrew. They did have Hebrew names before they were in slavery.
Thank you so much.
And as we read a little bit, you can find the Ashanti tribe actually in the Old Testament. The Ashanti, I believe it's Ashanti, which is now interpreted in Shantae. So yeah, so it was really exciting to find someone that is actually our descendant who is Hebrew, and from right out of the book.
Thank you. And anything else you want to say about being here for the Homoworld Festival with the beautiful Ga people, another Hebrew tribe that found their way to Ghana?
Oh, this has been very... Do you have anything to say? I talk a lot. So. What do you have to say before?
Well, I think it's just been... It's helping us because we will be starting a church service or a gathering in December, and we want to learn how to celebrate Yah's holy days. And so this is just a holy day that we now see how it's being done.
And so it's no more Easter, there's no more Christmas, right? We're picking up the holy days and throwing away the holidays. No more pagan for the fishers. Hallelujah!
Hallelujah!
And today I'd like to talk to you about how I found out that I was a Hebrew. It was Black History Month last year when I was teaching on all of the inventions that many of the Black people had come up with. Inventions like the razor, the shaving razor, the traffic lights, blood transfusion, open heart surgery, the mobile phone, the internet, call waiting, and all of these other inventions that black people had come up with out of necessity, mostly because of slavery, even transistors. So transistors and resistors is a black invention. And so I'd come up with, found all that, and I prayed and asked God, but surely there's something more spiritual than this that I could be talking about, God. And I found out and met some research about not the true Jews. I went through it and I thought the guy was cuckoo. I thought he had to be a downright absolute liar. So I decided to put myself to the test and research even deeper. And as I began to do that, what happened was I read more widely, I looked more widely, and Elohim spoke to my heart. See, me and him have a little pact about in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. I don't just accept anything I hear or see. It has to be proven to me. And so he began to prove to me, not by 2 or 3 proofs or evidences, but by 5 undeniable proofs that we were, in fact, the Hebrews. So that led me to examine the DNA evidence, such as the one done by the Huddersfield University, and the linguistics evidence that says who the true Hebrews or Jews were and are. Prophecy, to look at what the prophecy said would happen, and what the where we are in the prophetic time clock, and what would happen after this point. Number 3, history. What does history say happened to the Jews? What does the Bible say? Because the history begins with the Bible. And then what does history bear out as the facts about what became the situation with the true Hebrew people? What did they experience? Where did they go? Where are they now? Then after that, I looked through the genealogy and went through all of the genealogy, discovering who they are, where they came from, what color they would likely be, even down to Jesus Christ. Then finally the curses, and this was the clincher. If I didn't believe anything else but this, I would have found something very valuable. I looked through the curses, and let me tell you, there's only one group of people, only one group of people that are cursed, and one group of people who bear the hallmark of the curses, which is the identifier and identification of the Hebrew people.
Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness.
Fear ye not, stand still,
and see the salvation of Yah,
which he will show to you today. The Egyptians, whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side of the Jordan in the wilderness.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spoke unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. And no man shall buy you. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. Father, is it time for redemption?
What do you think about this topic? I want to encourage you to be just like the people of Berea in the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. The Bereans verify the teachings they heard from. It's time to deepen your understanding and see your reflection within the sacred pages. Please click subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay up to date with the Berean Scholar channel.